Yeah, so I mean, basically, what I'm saying at this point is that India is messing up with their approach to China, and he's okay. He's asleep. Okay, Jonathan, wake up. Uh, Okay, just go back to sleep. I'll do the intro. It's fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. It's been a bit. We've been busy figuring out some stuff. Today we have a special guest with us, and I'm just very, very curious to see what her reaction would be to Jonathan sleeping. So our friend who's been taking part
Sleeping?
in
You never caught me sleeping.
okay, no,
Never.
our friend who's been
Ain't
taking
nobody
part
caught me
in
sleeping. Quote that
protests
on my gravestone.
in
I'll
New
be
York
awake in the
City.
grave.
I'm just gonna admit her right now, and our guest is Marie. In case you were wondering,
Yes.
and
Yes.
hey Marie,
We have
here.
the
Hi
most
Marie.
audacious. We have the most. Qu'est-ce qu'il passe? Eh? Ah, my
She's connecting to
phone!
audio. She's connected.
No,
I can't even see her.
Hi
No.
guys.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my God! It's a legend, a living legend.
Hi. How's it going?
It's doing great, baby. How are
Jonathan
you?
was napping a second before I admitted you onto this call.
Well, that's why. So you had an audio problem.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
Where are you guys now? Each one of you.
Ayan, go ahead.
I'm just chilling in India in Kolkata.
Uh-huh.
And Jonathan?
I'm in Brunei. You know my hometown, Brunei.
I know.
Yeah. So you would hate it here, because if you guys didn't know, Marie is Marie. What are you? Would you like to say your own nickname, or you want me to do it?
No. I thought it was a secret.
Okay. We'll keep it a secret then. But anyways, there's nothing to do here. So
I'm just
you
gonna
guys,
start off the question with Marie. Tell our viewers where you are right now. I mean, I've said it.
I am in New York right now in the US. Still doing my internship. I'm very lucky to not have been laid off like everybody else. Yeah, I've been working remotely during the quarantine, so getting paid.
ooh, get that bread.
The flex.
That's good, huh?
Major flex. New
Major
York, or
fucking
as other people call it, Comoville. At this point, yeah.
I thought it was
I didn't know
the
you
Big
guys
Apple.
prepared a questionnaire.
Did
A
we?
bit. It's only a bit. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Jonathan,
what
by
we-
the way, if you want, we're not gonna say my nickname, but I'm just gonna say that I'm not very conservative. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Let's leave it there. Not very conservative. And on that note, not very conservative. You've been involved in a bit of politics. Can I say that?
Yes.
Because recently, if you guys didn't know, Marie has participated in a bit of a protest, innit?
I joined a protest a few weeks ago in Manhattan. So we walked all the way from I don't know if you guys know. So it's like Midtown Manhattan all the way to Central Park, which is a very long way. So it was like a 2-hour protest. Yeah, walked all the way, yelled so many stuff. So we yelled, "Fuck the police." What did we do?
Yeah, fuck 12.
Speaking of fuck the police,
Yeah,
have you
fuck
heard
Trump. Oh
YG?
yeah, we protested in front of Trump Tower and just said "fuck you" so many times, which was pretty fun.
That's
What enticed you to join the protest, actually?
Because I believe in that matter, especially when
That's
my
true.
boyfriend's black. I'm more driven. So
Yes, you are a bit more driven in it. Did your boyfriend join you for this protest? Of course, right?
no, he didn't want me to actually. So I
Really?
No, okay. Hear me out. So he is he's very protective. He's like, no, you don't know what it's like to protest in America. Like, you're not even in America. What if you get arrested? You're like gonna be deported. Which is true. Yeah, that is a
That
risk.
is a fact.
So I just prepared a sign at work, and I was lucky enough that the protest started right after my work day. So I just went, and because we live right now, we're in Brooklyn, and my work is in Manhattan. So I just got out of work, joined a protest without telling him, and then came home and told him, and he wasn't happy.
He wasn't happy at all?
No.
Not even a bit?
No, he was like, no, you could have you don't know what's gonna happen, because he's been he joined protests before, and he knows when it's gonna get violent or not. Like, he knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't.
True, yeah.
He was happy that I joined a protest. He just wished that he would be here with me.
I mean, yeah, I think
We're
it's a
good
good
now.
thing.
We're
It's a
good.
good thing how the Asian community is supporting, like everyone in this continent supporting Black Lives in America.
I
And
know, and
yeah,
it's very
I
big in
just I
Cambodia
just think
too.
that this whole movement it's gonna definitely slow down, if not completely stop Black racism in America. But I think it'll be like the stepping stone onto stopping racism towards other cultures globally. Like that has just begun.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's still going on in New York. Like the protests are still happening every single day. There's an Instagram account that I followed that's like the official one that says where the protests are. You know what time, what we should bring, and no, it's still going on. Like very strong actually.
That's good.
Hmm.
The
Uh,
movement is okay, but there's always two sides to every coin, right?
I know, and I'm happy to debate with you.
No.
Bring it on,
I am
bitch.
on your side, huh? I'm on your side,
okay,
huh?
I'm just gonna put off my mic and put it down and listen.
Okay. Me and Marie go in a full-fledged like battle. No, but I want to ask you about your opinion on the George Floyd situation as a whole. I want to hear your full perspective, not just because my you're like a casual fan. I want to know your like deep insight on it. I want to know your
Okay,
personal
deep
feelings
inside.
towards it.
Well, I believe that we live, especially in America, like it's been like this for fucking years and decades. We live in a systemic like racism, right? So George Floyd's death is racist. Like I don't care what everybody says, it was. It was because he was black, because white people don't get treated this way. And I can see it in America, you know? Maybe not in New York, because it's a very diverse country. And so when people say they want to defund the police, for me personally, I think it's a good thing because I've talked about this a lot, researched about this a lot, and even though the police they do kill a lot, you know, they kill a lot of black people because of their skin color, but also because they don't have education. Like you can tell, you guys must know that they don't really need like a degree or something. They just like graduate high school and then like, you know, like 6 months
Yeah.
training and then get to work.
Yeah.
It's not how that works, you know. So yes, they do kill a lot of black people more than white people, but if you research, you're gonna find that they also arrest white people or like just everybody for no fucking reason. They
Mhm.
do.
It's a
So
fact.
they're not, yeah, they're not doing their job right. And Minnesota was the first one, I think, to like completely forget about the system with the police protecting us. So they used I'm not sure how they're going to do this, but it's a first step, you know, and they put up a system where they're like specialists, you know, if you have like a psychological like fight or something, they're going to send those experts to come, not police, you know.
I get you.
Right.
So
Actually, that's really interesting. I didn't know about that. I'm gonna research about that.
yeah, Minnesota is the first one. So and also there are other towns that have they have sheriffs, not police. So sheriff is different because they're elected, you know. So the people get to choose who, like
The
you know,
sheriff.
protect, and that's good. That's good, and not police. I don't believe in police, and people will tell me I'm wrong, but it's true. And living in New York City, New York is one of the places where police brutality is like very much real.
Yes, I feel
And
you.
yeah, and George Floyd's brother lives in Brooklyn. You know?
Oh, so did you? Don't tell me you've met him at the protest,
No,
because then we
I
really
have
gotta.
no. I can't meet people at the protest. We all have masks, which is very good, and we can't. There's a lot of people. Like when I'm saying the protests are very big, they're like they can go to up to like 10,000 people. You know? So
Yeah,
no,
I
I
think.
have not met him. I have met the mayor de Blasio. You might not know him, but oh wait, I'm gonna show you what's happening on my street, which
Right,
is
Oh, nice.
this instant, bro. We hit gold. I'm
We
telling
just
you.
did. Yeah.
no, it's not a protest. It's just they
Oh
did
wow.
the Black Lives Matter on my street.
Oh
Yay!
shit,
Yeah, they
that's
did.
I saw this on
bro.
Instagram. Yeah.
That's
Uh
on
huh.
instant.
Yeah, I saw this on
And it's
Instagram. Yeah.
the first and only one for now in New York. Yeah, they
Yo,
like
that's
closed.
I think
mad.
that's amazing.
We should have
They
led with
closed.
that. That should have been the intro. That should have been intro. Hey, we have Marie on the call. look at this. She lives on the street.
Hey, we have our
the
clip.
street.
We have our clip.
Yeah,
We
we're
have the
doing it
clip.
right now.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Uh-huh.
That's actually amazing, bro.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud. So this street is called Fulton Street. It's like one of the biggest one in Brooklyn. It literally goes to Manhattan. You know, like it's very
I
big.
literally didn't know this. Ian, did you know that she had an apartment here? I didn't fucking know.
Like
I was totally
I
unprepared.
saw it on her story. I mean, I saw. I was yeah. But I've been in touch with what's happening in New York. I think I'm not sure, but I think my brother joined the same protest as you.
That's
Yeah,
great.
because he's still there. He's stuck there. He hasn't been able to come back.
He's stuck. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and also, because I get news very often here, you know, because you know, I'm here, and yeah, police here is kind of fucked up. Like they were protesting, and I wasn't at this protest, but you know, I heard about it. Protesting on Brooklyn Bridge, which is like very big, and at the end, because we have a curfew, which is amazing because New York has never had a curfew since World War II.
Oh goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
So
and this is the first one because the protest got a little violent, so they were like, okay, curfew everybody at 8 p.m. at home, which is crazy. So we couldn't get out after 8 p.m.
Mhm.
The police everywhere, yeah. And so the protest went a little over, you know, the curfews, but they wanted to go home. Like it was ending, they were not protesting anymore. They wanted to go home, and the police just like blocked the two sides of the bridge, so they couldn't get out.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, and it's true.
I think it's such a power dynamic that's going on in America right now. It's almost call for a revolution. I just want to bring it back.
We're living
We're
history
in a
right
revolution.
now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're definitely
We
making
are,
history
we
right now.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great because, and to people who say that the protests don't work, well, they're wrong because as you can see, Minnesota changed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's big. That's big. How can you defund the police? And Minnesota's doing it. And I think there's another state.
And
but I
the most
forgot which.
the most important part of sorry to interrupt you, but the most important part for the protest, in my opinion, is the fact that they raised the degree of the murder of the George Floyd
They
policeman.
did, yeah.
from
It went
third-
up
They
to
did. So it works.
second degree,
So
no?
it works.
Yeah, it went up to second degree.
Yeah.
It should be bloody first degree. That's a whole nother story.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's progress. We're making progress, boys. I always look at the bright
so
side.
protests work because speaking up works, okay? Because we're doing all this stuff and they're hearing us now, you know? So no, we're not going to stop protesting, and people are not going to stop until, you know, the system changes.
I mean,
I'm
guess,
gonna drop a. Oh, wait, Ian, go ahead. Ian, go ahead.
Oh, are you sure? Okay.
Go
I
for
don't want to
it.
step on toes. That's
Love
why.
it.
Okay, never mind. Okay. I mean, yeah. So I guess the protests in the States have pretty much since they made such big news all over the world, it's kind of a wake up call to other countries as well, and
Mm-hmm.
especially mine, because I don't get the fact that some countries put economic growth over social growth and like basic humanity. Like that's where they need to improve on first. Like, you know, sort out shit between your people, be one before you can be like, okay, we're gonna stop trade with China because we need to boycott Chinese products. Bullshit, that's not gonna happen. Because you need to
Literally illegal.
yeah, our prime minister's
Just
like,
ask
you
the
know,
World Trade
boycott Chinese
Organization, right,
products,
the
and
economic state.
that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Like, if you want to boycott Chinese products, you need to start producing what they produce so that people can live. Because a lot of like in everyone's house, there's at least like 10-15 Chinese products, if not more. And if you stop all of that,
Yo.
all of a sudden you can't produce shit, and you're complaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All those people posting on Instagram about a baby mama about to buy me a PS5. Guess where that's made, baby? That's made in China.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I just realized. Okay, look at the call right now. We have Marie, who is in New York City, the birthplace of like this whole not the birthplace, but a lot of revolutions going on right there. We have Ayan in India, which is a whole different like bundle of
The
problems.
birthplace of
You don't mind me?
goat yoga. Yes.
Yeah, you guys have your own problems already.
Yeah.
And on
We
top of
have
that,
so many problems. Oh god.
Yeah. And then on top of that, that's not even the cherry on the cake. The cherry on the cake is I'm living in a fucking Sharia law country. So this is escalating
Yeah.
levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at this point, I
Well,
think if
I
someone
think
asks us, "Yo, what's up with your country? How's India?" We like, sit down, fucker. I'll actually tell you. Like 45
just give
minutes on
them a
Zoom,
list,
keep
don't
talking.
explain.
Yes,
I
I
was
like
I
that.
was
I like how one death made the whole world wake up, like what Marie said just now, and I said
Yeah.
as well.
Well,
Like the whole world is waking up to their
that's
own problems.
partly true because the Black Lives Matter movement started in 2013. So no,
Mhm.
it's been a fight for for a long time, And yes, this one death was really like a wake up call because people are angry. It's been going on for a long time. So yeah, there were protests before too. It just
Mhm.
sometimes it doesn't work. But now that they see that it's that the world is with us, it's kind of changing. And I have to add that racism in Asia is different. Like it's not really racism as I see it because it's more like prejudice. For example,
It's
in
more like
Cambodia.
inferiority and superiority, basically,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
for example, like in my country, in Cambodia, I'm saying we, as Cambodians, I don't, but we usually hate the
What's
Vietnamese.
up, Papa?
We
Yeah,
hate the Vietnamese, but
the
Vietnamese are
Thailanders also,
not
yeah.
a race. Vietnamese are not a race. They're people, they're
The people,
nationality.
yeah.
So see how racism in Asia is very different. It's not
Yes,
the
and
same.
I'm sorry to step on Ayan here, but I'm gonna tell you something. In where I am in Brunei, we really look down upon Indians. Sorry to say, man.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens a lot. We look down on, what I might at this point might as well just say. I mean, I was asked not to talk about if okay, you know what? If I get into the fact that we look
Yeah.
down upon
If
Muslims,
you're walking
I'm
on
gonna
ice,
keep
might as well
talking.
dance.
But I'm not gonna get into that right now because that is a whole other issue that is bad.
Dude, you just speak up, like Marie said. Speaking up works. You might live another
The
week.
thing
You
is,
might die next week, but
there's a debate on every night, and they talk about useless shit, and then when people speak up, it gets shut down so hard. But people are just speaking up on social media, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much the only place where you can voice your opinion without having your government really, put a gun on down your throat. But I mean, it's bad. It's bad when it comes to like Marie was saying, prejudice, and that's what I think. That's what countries in Southeast Asia need to really look into.
yes, I think the local problems, especially like a lot of the international kids in this area, I feel are like all of a sudden they're a Black Lives Matter activist when 2 months ago you were saying the N-word with songs. Like it's becoming a trend. That's what I really don't like right now. Like how trendy it is. And you know what happens to trends? Like they kind of die down.
Yeah.
So I was saying that he's predicting that it died down as well. I see that as well because it's really trendy right now. Because a few weeks before George Floyd, I remember hearing about Ahmad. Do you know this case, Marie?
Ahmad Arbery.
Ahmad
Uh,
Arbery. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
his last. I forgot the other
yeah.
name. Yeah, but Ahmad Arbery. That case was actually disgusting. I think it was almost I would consider worse because I think that was a lynching. Lynching. Yeah, that's the word.
oh
You know what
wow.
happened to it?
I've heard a lot of names, so I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a
Where's
lot of
that?
names.
I mean, yeah, it's
Where,
just
where's
one of
Let
that?
me
those thousands of examples that
Yeah.
keep on going on every day. So
Yeah.
No, but what I find really interesting is that he didn't blow up the same way George Floyd did. Okay.
Mm.
For people who don't know, what happened to Ahmad is that he's a black male and he was going on a run, and two white guys saw him and
yeah,
was
it was
like, "Nah, this
disgusting.
guy's stealing something. This guy's running away from something." So they got in their pickup truck with shotguns. They
What?
drove to his house, broke in, and shot him. Yeah, that actually
That that's so
that's a
explicit.
long
Like I
story
don't
short.
even know why we're talking about this. It's so explicit.
And don't worry, this is a free platform. Don't worry about it. Like he didn't really blow up because again, I was like suppressed of like when George Floyd was on video. I think that's the difference maker here, and that view is hard to watch. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Like,
I'm sorry
yes.
to be interrupting. Just give me a second. My internet is kind of messing up. I'm connecting to another Wi-Fi. Okay.
Okay. As long as you're recording, it's good because I'm on my phone right now. I can't.
Yeah, no, I'm recording. I'm recording.
So
I
you're
could
like
still hear
ready
you,
for
like
bed.
broken up, but I could hear you. Just give me a second. Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. I can keep Marie entertained, or Marie can keep me for
just like side.
Since we're not recording anymore, I was really like improving my
We're
French,
back.
you know?
I know, I can
My
tell.
friend.
I
Because,
know.
because
You
in Brussels, I have to use it every day.
picked you up?
And you know how much I
Oh
fucking
my
paid for the
God.
visa?
Don't tell me.
I paid, oh, you don't? I'll tell you anyways, I don't care. I paid upwards of 800 francs.
Oh
I
my
paid
God.
upwards for 800 francs to be there for 1 month.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
really
marry a
insane.
European. It's gonna be just easier.
Yeah, I already told you my plan, Marie. You already know it.
That's
You already know
that's
the
what I
plan.
was gonna do actually, because like I'm going to Marbella. I'm sorry guys, I'm not coming back to Bluche.
No,
Aww.
no, no.
I'm going to Marbella because I don't want to do winter. I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah. Anyway, so I
she's a
was going to
summer girl.
Marbella, and my boyfriend's American, so he can't. We don't know if if he's able to come. So we're
Yeah.
just supposed to get married, just so that he can come.
Just so you know, I'm gonna do the music thing again. So when you see this part, it's gonna have "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend" playing in the back.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
rest in
genuinely
peace,
is. I've done
Marie.
this
Life
before.
in Blush. But it's okay because I guarantee you, Marie, when we go to Spain, I know who's picking me up from the airport. It's gonna be the one and only over here, the queen, the queen.
Okay, getting off the topic, getting off political things. Miri, you like music. You play instruments. You like
I
performing.
do.
What music have you been listening to while you've been in quarantine in NYC, and as well as
So well, my boyfriend's been helping me with, showing me Linkin Park. I knew Linkin Park, I don't listen to them at all, and now I kind of like them. Pretty cool.
That's good.
Yeah, they're fire.
Mhm.
Discovering new stuff. That's
Yeah, discovering new things, meaning of life. You know,
meaning of life. Yeah.
Right?
put that as
But
a quote.
it's not something I would play on the guitar, for example.
Okay.
But that's like the
I got a
seventh quote
cheap one. I
Jonathan's
got a
made
cheap
in
one
the
to entertain
Bluche
me
bunch.
during
I should have a
quarantine.
notebook of Jonathan's quotes at this point. The little things.
But Marie,
mean a lot. Okay.
I can't wait for you to
Yeah.
be back in BBA4 when we're both in the band together again. Woo! She's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God, the
fire.
band is still going on. Wait, but the people who are in charge are gone. Like they're seniors.
Yeah, but it's fine. When we're back, we're in charge, you know? The circle of life.
And Jonathan's starting a
Right?
boxing club as well.
Yeah,
Jonathan-
that's
Oh.
definitely happening.
Yeah, I've seen you multiple times at the gym in that little room doing I don't know what with some guys.
Yeah, just hitting the
Okay.
bag, you know?
He's
What
just like,
you know what I'm trying to
she's
say
like,
to you?
I don't know what with some guys, and he's just like, yeah, hitting the bag.
Yeah, definitely hitting the bag. What are you even talking about? I'm straight. Why do you even accuse me of that?
I don't believe people are hyper straight. for real.
Hyper straight. Oh, you're one of those guys like, you can never be 100%.
Yeah,
Are
I
you one
do
of those
believe
people?
in that.
Are you actually, dude? I'm 100%. Try me.
Have you tried?
No.
Okay, see?
Yeah,
Come back when you try.
I'm
back when you
straight
try.
with but The Weeknd and Chris Hemsworth. Boy, oh boy.
See, that's
Okay,
a good
okay.
answer. That
Okay,
proves
this is
theory.
my opinion on this topic. Okay, people are, in court, people are innocent until proved guilty, right? In court, in the court of law. So this is the same for your sexuality. Because I have some friends who's like, oh my God, I'm bi. But like, I've never seen you kiss a guy. So until you kiss a guy, you are not bi. I'm sorry. Okay?
Jonathan,
You
at
are
that
still
point,
straight.
I guess you're just like standing there, go like, kiss him, prove you by. Like,
Yeah, prove it. Like,
Jonathan
yeah, like,
standing there
give me
going,
a reason to
I'm
believe
watching.
you.
Don't. I'm watching.
Like I
Well-
see people like proclaim like, oh my God, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, I've never seen you put your tongue down a woman's throat. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I have.
You see, Marie can talk. Marie can talk. Marie can say something.
I have done more than kiss, guys.
Marie is the only. Yeah, Ayan is real quiet now. Ayan real quiet. But Marie,
You know,
damn
yeah.
loud.
If
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of. You know, if you act ashamed, that means you think you did something wrong, but you didn't, girl. You're a queen.
I don't do
Keep it
anything
that way.
wrong.
exactly.
do things
Keep it that
right.
way.
I mean,
Keep it that way.
not like
Period.
talking about sex is a bad thing, but we just went from he Black Lives Matter and he got shot to
Right.
I stuck my
Right.
tongue
That's
down a
true.
woman's throat. Like,
Literally no
I
transition
mean, like,
at all. We have to work on
okay.
that.
I think that's more of a problem. I think that's more of a problem in Brunei than anywhere else because there's a lot of people like, I'm so edgy. I like girls. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stick a finger up someone's ass, then talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, you're in no position to talk to me right now.
yeah, you
And
sounded
then
like
I
the
had a
old guy
girlfriend.
from Chernobyl. I'm not gonna lie. Oh,
I'll tell you what though. The Black Lives Matter movement has spread all the way to my country here, and now we have a little like a movement going. So I have two international schools in my country. There's ISB and there's
Yeah.
GIST. So now there's a little movement going. If you like it's an Instagram page. If you ever experience the in racism or prejudice in school, please message us. We'll share your story anonymously. And I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing, It's actually making change in my
I mean,
country.
in a way, I guess. I mean, it's definitely a good thing, but in a way, it's a good thing to people who don't want to put their identity out with stories about racism. But
Mhm.
in my opinion, it should just be like, if you have something to say about racism, you should be like completely open about it and not be afraid to have anyone put you down. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, speak up, like Marie said. Speak up.
Yeah.
Sometimes
That's-
that'll get you killed.
Yeah.
Sometimes, okay, in this country, probably. In India, most likely. In America,
Yes,
you know what?
true. He's speaking.
if
the
you're
truth.
if you're not chocolate or darker, you know what? Anything goes. But
Yeah, it's kind of different because I'm here on a visa, so I'm not a citizen. So
Yeah.
I gotta be careful. I mean, everybody thinks that I'm from here though.
no, your accent
Yeah,
is
it's
not
the
Yeah,
accent.
that's
right?
what they
It's
say.
definitely the accent,
That's what they say, so I can blend in.
I think it's just
Easily.
the personality. the opposite of conservative. Let's
Yeah,
put it that way.
she's way too chilled out to be not from New York. Like that's
Yeah.
I actually don't want to leave. I want to stay.
yeah. So does my
But,
brother.
Your brother is here? Where?
He's in Harlem.
Harlem. Wow. Harlem is
I don't know why I
the
found that funny.
gay neighborhood.
It is. He
No,
gets
I mean
emails basically
Hell's
every day.
Kitchen. Sorry, Hell's Kitchen is.
Hell's Kitchen, really?
Yeah,
Hell's
because that's
Kitchen
where
is
my
yours?
boss is from. My boss is so fucking cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Tell us about your
Yeah.
boss.
Oh, he's gay as fuck. I love him. I'm not gonna say
Okay.
names for because I don't want to out him, and maybe there's some people who want to intern
Expose it.
at my company. Yeah, I don't want to expose him, but he's so cool, and he's been telling us interns a lot about New York, American way of life and stuff. All we do with him is eat. Every day he's like, "Hey guys, let's try this. Like New York cheesecake.
I mean,
New York
you are
pizza,
in New York.
everything." Right? I know. I'm very happy, but he gets us very excited for food.
Is it true what they say about New York people about minding their own business? You know how there's a joke that's said by Joey Diaz. New York is the only state in the world where you have to tell people to call the cops if they see a murder. Because in New York, if you're in Jersey and someone sees someone get shot, they just move on. Like, that's not my business. That's not my business. But
What?
yeah, that's a stereotype. I heard this on a joke on a stand-up comedy set. So I want to
Oh.
know whether it's true.
I don't think it's true. And also a lot of stereotypes of New Yorkers being mean, and being always like, fuck you and stuff. That's so not true. They're so nice.
Yep, we're breaking stereotypes 2020.
Hey, I want to know what you guys
did.
did on quarantine.
Okay.
Okay.
So alcohol. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of music. Trying to pick up
Yeah.
some stuff on the piano as well as the ukulele. Basically doing that. Helping around the house. Chilling with family. I guess this and the one good thing about quarantine and like having these couple months to yourself is that you can really start prioritizing things when it comes
Yeah.
to because another major thing that I've realized I've realized it from when I was a kid, but seeing stuff happen during these 3 months in regards to mental health is it's not been pretty to see stuff that's happening around the world. That's why I think I just try and keep in touch with everyone. I'm losing touch with a lot of people, but I'm trying at this point. So it's
Damn, that took a turn.
that took a
That's
turn. Okay.
good.
Jonathan, what have
Yeah,
you
that
been
took
doing?
a turn.
And alcohol. Jonathan, what have you been doing?
I've been working out, but I didn't work out today, so I'm very disappointed in myself. Just today, so that's what I've been mainly doing. I've been spending a lot of time with the God family, because you don't know what you have until you don't have it anymore. Quote that for me, baby.
That's true.
But
No, that's true.
so then, like, I've been spending a lot of time with them. What else can I say I've been doing? Catching up with all my friends who flew back because of Corona. So it's almost as if we're back in
Preach,
high
preach.
school.
Yeah.
It's like a blast from the past or some shit like that. Music, I've gotten killer on the guitar, I think,
Oof.
because we had
Oof.
nothing else to do. You know what I'm trying to say to you. And a lot of Dota 2. If you know what that is, you know what it is. If you don't know, it's for you to find out.
Someone's gonna go Google.
And Marie, how about you?
I worked remotely, worked out like once the whole 3 months, Ate a lot. Got a nose piercing. I don't know how
Okay.
the hush is going to, react to this. I'm so scared.
I don't think they'll care. You're already in BBA 3.
Yeah. But
BBA 3.
still, I got clear ones, that hide a little bit.
Exactly. No, because even in BBA 1, if you had a piercing, but you're like, you're like a little discreet, and even if they check you, they'll be like, you know what, just do your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you have a choice to like, okay, let me unpierce my nose. So.
Yeah. I mean, I paid money for that. Let me have my hole,
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it that way if you want. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Sure. Yeah.
People don't get the wrong idea. Don't make a meme out of this.
I think this
okay.
is an amazing note to end on because we've spoken about so much.
Mm-hmm.
And as a closing note, anyone have anything?
Let
to say?
Marie have her holes, man. Marie needs more holes. There's not enough holes.
I've said so much already, so no going back. It's okay.
There's no going back. If you're walking on ice, might as well dance.
People know what I've done. A lot of people know. Some like it, some don't. It's okay.
Dude, Marie, we love you. There's no change in that.
I love you too.
And
on that note,
right before I disconnect, I'd just like to say, wherever you are, if you're following us and watching this video, if you're black, white, Asian, straight, gay, bi, own it and basically stand up for yourself if anyone says otherwise.
Yeah, and if someone says anything, punch them in the mouth. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Exactly. I mean, okay, speak first. Reason. Okay.
Speak first, and
Jonathan's
then punch
into
them in the
boxing. His perspective is always going to be a bit aggressive. Okay. So on that note, thank you so much, Marie. We hope you stay safe, and
Thank
we'll
you
see you soon.
guys. You guys too. Stay safe. Au revoir.